Well, if the relationship was all that important, why didn't you change anything? Why didn't you fix anything? Why didn't you do what you needed to do to make it work? Why did you wait until it was finished before you decided to make it work? It was too late. Once it's gone, it's gone. That's it. Done. No more. Over. Finished. Can't be done. You were warned, you were told. Sure, yeah, you tried, but you didn't change anything, you didn't save anything, you didn't change the conflict, you didn't resolve the core issue. You changed for a little, everybody changes for a little while. And the real you didn't work. Just didn't work. The real you wasn't the right person for that relationship. That was the bottom line. Didn't work. And sometimes that's hard to accept. Sometimes it's hard to realize that we failed. Sometimes it's hard to realize that the reason why we've been rejected is because we deserve it. That's hard to realize. It's hard to accept. It's hard to come to terms with. I was rejected. I was abandoned. I was discarded because I deserved it. I pushed the boundaries. I pushed the boundaries too far. I got what I deserved. And we scream and we shout and we kick our feet, kick things, kick the neighbour's cat, scold the dog. But we just didn't perform the way that we needed to. We underperformed. We did things that we weren't supposed to. We caused trouble that we shouldn't have. That's what happened. That's why it ended up the way that it did. Simple as that. So what do you learn from that? What do you learn when you lose somebody that you care about, somebody that you love? Well, let me give you an example from what I've learned. I've learned that you can become lazy. You become lazy. You don't do the things you're supposed to. You rely on everybody else to do it. And people get sick of it. The only person that doesn't seem to notice the laziness is ourselves. We become passive. Our masculinity starts to deteriorate. And women don't like men that aren't masculine. Okay. We rely too heavily on others to fulfill our responsibilities. That's what I learned. And people get sick of it. They don't want to do it. They couldn't be bothered. It's something that we need to take care of ourselves. That's it. What else did I learn? I learned that people won't tolerate negligence. When we're negligent towards things that we're supposed to do within the relationship, it turns people off. It'll turn your partner off. People want to be around people that are exciting and inspiring. Not people that are wasted, half there and not in their right mind. A lot of these alcoholics and drug users can function. Okay? But they will have accidents. They have accidents. Serious accidents. And a lot of the time they hurt other people in those accidents. and then they get their blood tested and they're on this, that, and all this, that, and the other, and it's all too late then. I've known people that have been killed in car accidents and other accidents that should never have happened because they were with somebody that was an addict. We just don't make it. We just don't make it. Oh well, you live and learn. But do you learn? What else did I learn? I learned that people will go. If you push people far enough and hard enough and continuously enough, they'll go. They'll gladly go. When somebody's had enough of you, they'll go. And you'll be left standing there. And for many of you, they'll take the children as well. And they'll tell you to put that in your pipe and smoke it. And there's nothing you can do. When somebody disassociates themselves intimately from you, that's their choice. It's a voluntary choice. Now, it's different in the Western world to the Middle Eastern world. You don't have that choice. The Western world's made it very easy for people to leave, especially women with children, because they give them government funding when they're single, so they don't need the bloke if he's not providing. He's just a hanger-on. They're better off being married to the government, finding some other bloke that they haven't got the shits with, probably not as good, but that doesn't matter because they're not carrying the aggravation and the frustration of that person. They're the new toy, the shiny new toy. Your battery's wore out, you're finished. You're thrown in the corner, kicked in the corner to collect dust. No, the shiny new toy, all interest will go into that because that's where the healing is. So they think at least it's a distraction. At least. Doesn't matter what happens to the kids at this point or who gets affected or any of that. It's just how it works. Simple as that. So what else did I learn? You'll get left in your own mess. You'll be confronted with yourself. Horrible thing to be confronted with, your own weaknesses. And sometimes the person that leaves you puts you in a position where you've got no choice but to improve or change. And if you don't, then you're just left to wallow in your own mire. Simple as that. And you will. You might have mummy or daddy, even though you could be 20, 30, 40 or whatever, you might have mummy or daddy to come running to your rescue. In your confusion and anxiety and newfound depression because you've been abandoned, you've ruined your relationship and it's all fallen to pieces. This time you're confronted with yourself. But parents have got a habit, and a lot of friends, of enabling the disablement. They justify what's happened. And that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you to grow. It just keeps you disabled. It's called enabling the disabled. And there's plenty of rescuers running around rescuing the weak and keeping them in a mindset that's not good for them. They run around and pick up after them and, save them from themselves. But the problem is, at the end of it all, we will be confronted with ourselves. That's it. At the end of it all, we'll be confronted with ourselves. And that can be very, very painful and very, very nasty. And that is the fork in the road. That's when we go, well, okay, there's something that I'm doing that I think is love, But it's not, because it's not working out the way love should. And sometimes we translate what we believe to be love, but it's not love. It's nothing like love. And so then we start our journey to learn what love is. And it's a journey that can last a lifetime.